Hello and welcome. This is meditation. I'm Rebecca, and I welcome you on this rainy day in New York City, where I'm coming to you from. Um, so, today's topic is the pause. I don't mean the pause, I mean that momentary pause before we react. There is so much coming at us in the news, in our own lives, related to our health. And we react viscerally. It makes perfect sense that we have a response to something. But sometimes our initial response is not helpful or supportive or appropriate. And we might have regrets about not taking a moment to determine how we want to show up. So, in meditation, we can seek the pause. We can learn to find a pause before we react. Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl taught that between stimulus and response, there is a space. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and our freedom. This freedom is discernment, the ability to discern, the ability to discern between our emotions and thoughts and who we really are, how we want to show up. When we begin to find a little focus, we can find our sacredness and we can find joy. It's in the inhale and the exhale and the space between that pause. So how do we discern? How do we make the choices we want to make and live our own values? Our meditation practice gives us access to spaciousness. We learn to extend the moment between action and reaction. We learn the pause between the exhale and the inhale so that we may be fully present in choosing our path and the effect that we have on others. So in a moment, I will lead us into our meditative, pardon me, our meditative posture, and we'll try to find some quiet. And then I'm going to lead us into a breath where we pause at the bottom of the exhale and at the top of the inhale. And I encourage you to make it a brief pause. It can cause anxiety and discomfort if you try to extend those pauses beyond your comfort. So just do it within a level of comfort and see what it's like to find the pause. You know how folks will say, count to 10 and breathe, take a deep breath, all of those things before reacting. And that's really what this is. We are training to find a moment to pause before we react. And then I'll offer up a mantra from a beautiful writer and activist named Jasmine Kaur. All right, so take a moment to find your meditative seat. And that might be sitting on a cushion. It might be sitting on your couch or in a chair. It might be lying down. Wherever you choose to be comfortable, be really well supported so that you can relax all of your body. And be in a position where you're not going to be slouching or slumping forward so that you have access to a full and spacious breath. If you are lying on your back, you may want support for your head. You may want something under your knees. If you're seated, make sure that you're sitting in a place where you can sit back, but again, without, being in that slump position, being well supported and tall. And then take a moment to arrive, leaving behind the events of your morning and anything that comes later, and allowing yourself to be fully present in this moment with your body and breath. Notice as we begin to get quiet, what's present for you? What comes up? And it may be a thought, it may be a feeling, it may be a sensation, maybe many of all of those things. And so just have an awareness of what your starting point is, of where you're starting, what's present for you. And we say in meditation that everything belongs, that everything is welcome, all parts of ourselves, everything that shows up. And we get to choose how we respond to what we become aware of. And that's what we're working on. So allow yourself to settle, being very aware of what is underneath you, what is supporting you, and then the ground below whatever you're sitting or lying down on. And the earth beneath that, this great, huge expanse, our planet. And being aware that we are held lovingly against the earth by gravity, that it allows us to stay in place without spinning off into the ether. So give in this moment to gravity and allow yourself to soften, releasing through your feet and legs, your lower body, softening your low belly so that you can receive the fullness of your breath. Softening in the middle body, allowing your heart to be open, your shoulders to drop down away from your ears, your arms to be supported, your hands open, unclenched. Swallow once, and then see if you can soften both your throat and your neck. Part your teeth, maybe keeping lips together, and allow your tongue to rest comfortably in your mouth, softening your jaw. Breathing in and out through your nose if that's possible, if that's comfortable. Softening the muscles around your mouth and around your eyes, between your eyebrows, and smoothing out your forehead, softening through the crown of the head. Releasing and letting go. Become aware of your breath, just noticing, when I breathe in, I am breathing in. When I breathe out, I'm breathing out. A little bit of awareness. You might choose one place to notice the breath. And as you get quiet and listen, just notice the rhythm of the breath, the cycle of breath. Notice the moment when your inhale becomes an exhale. And the next time that your exhale becomes your next inhale. don't have to change anything. We're just noticing, becoming aware. And at the top of your next inhale, pause for just a moment. And then release your breath, letting go of your exhale all the way out. And at the end of the exhale, without straining, just pause for just a moment. And then resume with your inhale. Just allow this pause to become very present in your awareness. Pausing at the top of your inhale, pausing at the bottom of your exhale. And then if you'd like, you can just return to a natural breath. And I will offer you this mantra, which is just a phrase that you can think about or repeat to yourself. Very simple. This moment, my body, my breath. This moment, my body, my breath. We'll move us into some silence. And I offer that you have awareness of the breath at the center of your attention. And as the mind wanders, as thoughts, emotions, and sensations present themselves, acknowledge with that pause, that's the awareness, the discernment, and then come back to the breath. Begin to deepen your breath, bringing small movements into your extremities. Slowly rolling your head side to side. If you're lying on the floor or if you're lying down, roll to one side and pause before bringing yourself up to a comfortable seat, keeping your attention deeply inward for another moment or two. We'll seal our practice with one chant of Om for the community we create when we practice together. If you'd like to join, bringing hands together at heart center, we'll inhale. Om. Om Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Jai Bhagwan. May the light in each of us be victorious. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me and with each other.